It's recording now. It's fine. Uh, you guys follow Kotiri. That is indeed Bonda chilling with the party. You guys follow her up through the city, starting to get to an area that none of you had really had a chance to be in yet. You've heard about it. You've heard it mentioned. But Kotiri is approaching the much better upkept, walled-off section of the city, casually known as the Upper Quarter, which is on a kind of raised hill, like I said, surrounded by a wall. And she is yes. Well, they're not all white, but they are all rich. They are all rich capitalists. Very rich capitalists. Pigs, indeed. Speaking of pigs, there's some city guards that Kotiri is speed walking towards. And she gives them like a quick head nod, and they seem to recognize her, and just let her speed walk past them.
Oh, I'm about to live up to my name.
Are you gonna cause a riot with some city guards? Hello?
No, I'm just gonna get fucking mad.
There's two guards standing at this like wide gated area. The wall isn't terribly tall, but the guards are there. Who knows if they'll let you pass or not? What would you all like to do?
What's behind the gate?
The Upper Quarter, the rest of the city. Nicer cobblestones, nice shops, people milling about.
They're gonna kick our raccoon, aren't they? Fuck.
Hey, listen, he doesn't have 1 hit point. He has 2.
Well, okay. Fuck. Banda in backpack.
What will he do?
I'm going to... So we see her go past the guards.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She, like, takes a moment to duck into a nearby shop. So
okay.
You guys presumably have a bit before she is back out and on the move again.
Okay.
The walls, I'd say, are like 12 feet high.
Guys, I know what we have to do.
Not absurdly tall. You could certainly fly over them, but you would be within the sight of the guards. It is sadly like mid-morning. The walls like connect to buildings, so unless you want to agab, indeed. Unless you guys are wanting to like roof hop or something.
Fuck yeah, that's Creed this shit. Ivory coming along.
Dish us your plan, Newt. We all gather around and listen to the rogue. Alright, Pog. Is Lilydos dressed in a way where it would be believable for her to be among a richer area? In your opinion, Newt?
Get hydrated.
Get hydrated.
Yeah. I apologize, it's a noisy water bottle.
Oh my god, no, you're fine.
Pop off. So, is Lilydos gonna try and sneak off and find a place to fly over the wall? I'm just apologizing for my noisy water bottle. Yes.
Also have a plan.
You also have a plan?
but I will wait. Okay,
Great, because I don't.
here's the plan.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to. Do the guards see us?
There's like other people around, so they haven't, specifically spotted you guys.
Okay.
No, but they
I'm
are
gonna-
aware of vague presence.
I'm gonna like herd all of my party into like an alleyway,
Mm-hmm.
like before the guards like see us properly, like process our existence fully.
Uh-huh.
And all right. So, do any of you think that they'll actually let us into where the rich people live? Well, I'm asking. I'm asking. Well, I'm more so moving, pushing with my arms.
Would Al be able to get up there being a healer? Or is it kind of like invite only?
Feasibly, you could try and make a case to get in, but from what you've heard, they've only let people in before to pick up, like, a confirmed case.
Yeah.
And there has only been 2 this entire time in all of the upper quarter.
Cool. There goes that idea. Oh.
You could certainly try it and try to make a case. It would be some heavy persuasions. They did buy all the hand sanitizer. They're rich. What did you expect? They bought all the toilet paper, cleared off all the shelves.
Gotta go through this shit again.
So we have to figure out a way to get all of us past.
Ideally, yes.
Okay, because. Okay. What if, like, Soda and Ivory were sort of like the muscle? And Al, you don't look too well. You're sort of in disguise right now, aren't you?
A little bit.
Right. What do you normally wear? Is it cute?
Not really.
All right. Do you think that you're smart, Al?
Not particularly.
Do you think that you could pretend to be?
Possibly.
All right. Okay. Here's just my idea. No.
All right, let's do this. Leroy!
You're fucking
Soda runs in.
I'm going to use Mask Many Faces and make myself look like a really, like, expensive bitch.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna have,
Okay.
like, velvet dress. I'm gonna have, like, beautiful flowing sleeves. I'm gonna have, like, a circlet on my head. I'm gonna have, like, rings, bracelets, fucking
Uh-huh.
shoes.
Yeah?
I'm bejeweled and
I can't
beautiful.
I
Man,
can't
it's
believe
gonna
Riot's
suck
gonna
if they have
Karen his way through this.
This is gonna suck if they have an anti-magic field or something.
What race are you disguising yourself as?
I'm going to be. Do they not like tieflings?
Just do human.
They don't particularly care race-wise.
Okay. There's no like fancy race, is there?
I mean, there's elves, but like, they're fancy bitches.
They are
That's
fancy
just
bitches.
elves.
Okay. I'll be an elf then.
Mm-hmm.
Just to really sell the fact that I'm probably gonna end up being a bitch.
Uh-huh.
Man, I should have been a changeling. Yeah, that's the look. That's the look.
Yeah.
Except it's like a higher collar because I'm modest.
Dude,
I'm
it's
nobody's
it's
whore.
like kind of sheer, It goes down to the neck, like just enough to hint.
Yeah, and then the sleeves are like also kind of like a sheer fabric. It's not red. Anyways.
Papa.
I make myself look like a hot bitch.
Mm-hmm.
So here's my idea. First step is drop the accents. Second step, Soda and Ivory, you can be like escorts, like bodyguards. Al, you could be my tutor. And Ivinka, Ivinka and Lilydos, you two can be my
Mistresses.
Well, I was actually...
Hold on, I got this.
Okay.
Ivinka again uses her own mask of many faces.
Okay.
Also becomes a very, very fancy bitch.
Okay.
And hooks Lilydos's arm with hers. Very, like, salacious, but in the way you get with, like, a friend you're comfortable with. Where other people will perceive it as romantic, but, like, listen, we're all pals here.
You know, I was going to suggest that you two were sort of like my clowns or something, like two poor people that I'd pulled off the street to amuse me. But this works a lot better. Shit, Sir Everett. Sir Everett's also a guard. An escort. Very all good with this.
Let's hope it works.
It'll work.
Well, I hope we're all very good liars.
We'll find out.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right. We approach. I'm not gonna approach the guards to try and talk to them. It's gonna be more of a we are walking past. We are important. We are important.
We walk with purpose.
Yes, we walk with purpose. I got my fucking like chest puffed out.
Ivory is just gonna like, you're not going to ask for permission. You're going to tell them you have permission.
Yes, exactly.
You belong there.
Hot bitch. What's up, Meg?
Y'all know my charisma's at -1.
You're fine.
So it's okay. We got everyone else who's got charisma.
Just look big and scary.
Big and scary. You
Alright,
also look like a hot bitch.
So I'm gonna take off my light up shoes.
The fucking squeakies.
I got my every time I step, so it's like squeaky.
So we don't lose her.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a nerd.
You stroll on up, living in this role, just embodying it.
Yeah,
and
I'm the hot bitch.
as-
Fuck me, look up an elf name.
As the guards like start to arch eyebrows and like pay attention to your approach, you can go ahead and roll performance with advantage.
Cool.
Get it, King.
Okay.
I'm holding
Okay.
Ryan's bag, by the way.
Okay. Okay. Ned's messaging me. Okay.
Ned.
Oh, I have a +5. Okay, so that's 21.
Pog.
Nice. All right, you stroll on up, doing the rich person strut.
Yeah.
One of the guards like stays very formal, while the other like fidgets a bit, messes with their collar, eyes on the cobblestone sort of vibe.
Aww.
The professional one says, my lady, I don't quite recognize you. Are you here visiting the Baroness? I heard she was expecting family.
Do I know of any Baroness?
Roll history.
I am also proficient in that. Fuck. 17?
You don't know details, but you know on the Sigden Assembly that there's a group of trade barons, and one of them is a very rich half-elf woman named Baroness Elwis. That's why I asked what race you were being.
Okay. She's expecting me.
Of course, I apologize. What?
Oh, you don't have to apologize. I was asking
No,
if she was expecting me, just clarifying.
yes. Though she had said you weren't coming for another day.
Sometimes things move ahead of schedule, you know. Boats.
Boats, yes.
You know, boats. Just little things on the water. The wind is unpredictable.
Of course.
I'm gonna mentally ask for a big gust of wind. And it's just so strong today.
Yeah, sure, you get a fucking gust of wind. He like is getting like progressively nervous and like kind of bobs his head. Of course, Duchess Arabella. Right this way. Would you like an escort to your cousin's?
I just stab a thumb at Ivory and Soda and Sir Everett. I'm fairly confident that they can make do.
I flex.
I'm gonna look intimidating, I guess.
Of course, I know where her home is. I'm very good at directions.
I attempt to look bookish and look like I know where I'm going.
You know what Sussex is? That's just what? Arabella?
Yeah, I'll put it in info for you. This man's really just said, yeah, sure, I'm gonna assume you're this other fancy person who's coming.
This is why you never give away insurance information.
You pull out this Duchess's, like...
Listen, after a certain point, all fancy people look alike.
Exactly. Especially the elves. Right.
It's the long neck.
Your Duchessness. I have a wonderful day. I hope the wind stops bothering you soon. Like hair's being blown in your face a bit, like
Do it with two hands, like keep it out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. Have a blessed day. I walk past.
You as well. He like watches the strange procession that enters the upper corner.
We've done it, boys.
Hey up.
The voice immediately drops. We got it.
Yeah, as Ryan's walking away, it's just the like Irish accent.
Hey, what a coincidence. As you guys are finishing this up, kind of trying to get out of sight of the guards, you guys see Kotiri exit the shop she was in, kind of tuck her purchases into her bag. It looks to be some sort of apothecary that she had stepped into. And she hurries deeper into the upper quarter.
Okay.
Are you guys resuming your stealth order?
We zoom.
Yeah.
Understandable. I won't make you all roll again. Were you saying something new?
I was gonna say we could either follow her or them. Hold on, pronoun check.
Kotiri is her, yeah.
Okay. We could either follow her or see what she bought from in there.
We could also split up.
Yeah, you
That's
guys do
Irish
have Bonda. You guys do have Bonda to guide you back if anyone wants to go and check that out.
How about the louder one stay back, figure out what she bought while you guys follow.
Sure.
Sounds like a plan to me.
You know, I'm sort of enjoying this voice now.
All right.
All right. In that case, you guys split off. The less sneaky type going to approach this apothecary, as the rest of you try to keep pace with Kotiri and figure out where she's going. We'll start with those of you who are entering this apothecary, which is called... Where is it? I will type it in.
Where is Fantasy Name Generator? Where is it?
No, I funnily enough, I have this place already named.
Wow, I'm
Okay.
impressed.
Leave them alone.
No need to
That's what I say when I'm making up something on the spot using Fantasy Name Generator.
Listen, I will take a screenshot of this in my notes. I will fight you personally with my fists. Anyways.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I do that all the time, so I salute you. But those of you who enter the apothecary, there's a lot of like healing salves, items, potions, that sort of stuff around. Different sorts of potions, elixirs, tinctures, all the fun stuff. There is a relatively finely dressed halfling woman behind the counter. Presumably Ramba, as this is Ramba's apothecary. And she like kind of looks up as you all enter, fixes her glasses with the little dangling chains. Hello, yes, how can I help you?
That's
I love her. I love her. Get that bag, ma honey. I love Grandma. I also just realized I don't know how the fuck we're gonna casually ask, oh, what the other person buy?
I don't know, that's up to you and Soda.
Everett,
Soda's
wanna
here
help?
right now.
Oh, can I muse out loud? Let my thoughts reply back to me.
Yeah,
Some
sure.
seagulls, maybe. So what I was thinking was like, hey, I'm looking for a few ingredients, and I'm pretty sure I saw somebody rushing out. Was it the last of the stock? Like, what'd she buy? That you don't mean asking. That's my idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but
Yeah, go off.
You could be like, hey, that was like my girlfriend's sister, and I want to get her something for her birthday. What does she like? What did she just buy? So I have an
I
idea.
don't want to get into the same thing.
She forgot something. She wanted one extra or something like that.
I think I'm gonna go the last one and be like, hi, I work with her. I'm gonna tap my healers like hey, what's up? I'm with a healer deal too. Like we working together, we're tight.
We tight.
How long has it been since Katori left the apothecary?
Like a minute tops.
Ooh, this is gonna. Ivory's gonna give a kind smile to what was the apothecary name again?
Ramba.
Ramba. Okay, I wanted to make sure that I got a kind smile at Ramba. I just wanted to ask a quick question. I saw that Kotiri just your previous customer just ran out. I think she might have counted how many items she bought and asked me to get one, but I am not at all. I don't work with that kind of the ingredients, so I don't quite remember the name. Could you list off what she bought and see if it jogs my memory?
It's not uncommon.
Oh, you're here with Coco?
Oh,
She's here quite often recently, getting lots of supplies. Usually she just gets, ingredients. I think she, gets it done herself. Maybe she has alchemist or something.
she's very self-sufficient.
Yes, but today she wanted the full product. It's quite expensive. You sure you? I have extra bottle if you really want, but hefty price.
How much is it?
Let's just see how big it is.
Well, it's 50 gold pieces per dose, so it's hefty. And one bottle has 4 doses, though I can separate off 1 dose if you just want.
That's
Oh my god,
all my
weed.
money. Do we want to know what she bought?
Ask to see how big the dose is so you can see the bottle and then find out from the bottle.
I'll just get the things I do for this goddamn girl. I don't want to come off as suspicious. So I'm just like, she did ask for 1 more, so I'm fine with paying. If anything, she can pay me back.
Of course.
And I'll put down the 50 gold.
Cocoa is always good for it. And she hops down off her stool, and you hear like faint, like something sort of like buzz as it turns in a circle. And after a loud clang, you realize she's just undone a fucking safe. And she pulls out a bottle that has like a pale like blue powder in it. And she gets out like a smaller glass and starts to like portion off a dose into it. All right, there you go. Be very careful with it. It is quite potent and, lasts for quite a while.
I very much appreciate this.
I really hope it helps with Coco's sleeping issues, She gets so much. She must have so much sleeping issues. That poor girl.
Oh, it must be the stress of the job. Things have been getting really bad. So
Of course.
I cannot blame her.
I thank you for your service.
I'm pretty sure she uses it to drug people.
Ivory smiles and does a little nod. Just, have a good day. Stay safe. And I'm
You
gonna head out.
too.
Me sweating nervously.
I was gonna say something else, but I think Ramba has already given enough of an impression. You step on out of Ramba's apothecary. She mutters something after you, probably not important. Sir Everett kind of takes a moment to like hold out a hand to request the bottle from you.
I give it to him.
He slams it.
He's like, me too, I got sleeping issues too.
He like kind of shakes the powder a bit, gives a brief sniff.
No, waft it, sir. You gotta waft it.
I think I have encountered this powder before.
Strange powder.
It's a strange powder. Strange sleeping powder.
It also changes your voice.
Yeah. And I'm so
but he gives
sorry,
it like. Go off.
I was just gonna say I could not hear what Ramba's saying.
Yeah. It was just gonna be a shitty joke. But
I want to hear the shitty joke.
she said as you left, "Careful with the water. It's doing something to the frogs, you know."
I love her.
No, it's even weirder. It's making them straight. Anyways.
What a horrible curse.
Oh no! my woman. No, please don't.
But
Yeah, Sir Everett, yes.
Sir Avery, yes. He gives like another experimental shake of the bottle and like kind of nods to himself as if it confirms something. Yes, this is, I believe, a sort of dehydrated version of a strong sleeping draught. That is, as you can see now, a powder that can be ingested or inhaled or coated upon a weapon with liquid. And as I said, it is quite potent and very good at knocking out its target for very prolonged periods of time. So if Kotiri is indeed involved in the raids and disappearances...
It's a good way to keep people quiet.
Yes, certainly.
More worrying that she buys us a large one.
Especially since it's so expensive.
Who's she getting the funding from?
Exactly. Speaking of which, he reaches into his coin purse and hands you 25 gold pieces.
You really don't have to do that.
No, I should have split it. It's almost like I'm an NPC and the DM doesn't even bother to keep track of my money or something.
Cool,
He's got money when he needs it.
25 gold.
We turn him upside down and shake him.
No! No, you leave him alone!
Bro, that's the hack. That's the fucking game hack.
Infinite money glitch.
Yep. And if you do it for like a certain amount of time, you no clip through the fucking floor. You get to the boss battle right away.
Please leave my NPC alone. He's so good to me. Ivory's gonna give him a soft smile and nod and pocket the coin. They tried to deny it once, said take it, so they're not gonna try again. Otherwise, it's gonna be a Canadian battle. Like, no, take it. No, I couldn't. I can't. I'll pay for it myself. No, or go to the bathroom to pay for the bill. I look at Megan.
You can make note in your inventory that you have 1 dose of sleeping powder.
Pog.
You cannot add the official item because that is something different.
How do I do this? Custom?
Yeah, you should be able to just scroll all the way down, and there's a place where you can just type stuff.
About to turn into a poison renaissance.
Yeah, Ivory starts collecting fucking poisons.
Oh god.
Fucking
what is it?
Dust soda. She's just gonna hit her fucking forehead on the desk.
One dose of sleeping powder.
What?
1 dose of sleeping powder.
Oh, wait, 1 dose was 50?
Yeah.
I thought 4 doses was 50!
No, there was 4 doses per bottle, but 1 dose was 50. It's mega expensive.
I thought it was 50 for 4 doses. Oh my god!
Expensive.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, 4 doses for 50? Okay, it sucks, but you know what? Not the worst. Yeah. Never mind! I love that dude. Anyways. Fuck! Oh my god, we're gonna have to use this on a very important person.
It's a high DC, that's all I'll say. It'll be fine.
I'm gonna go take a nap, hopefully. I'm just gonna slam it, go to take a nap, and when I wake up, the delirium's gone. It's fixed.
Exactly.
Perfect.
But I presume now you guys follow after Banda, hurrying to catch up with the rest of the group, yeah?
Yeah. Oh wait, I'm not part of that group.
You are not.
I salute. Alright, those of you who have kept hot on Kotiri's tail, have you guys dropped the disguises, or are you sticking with it, Riot?
I'm changing to a different fancy elf. A shorter one.
Fair enough.
I get to do this once a day. I am nondescript human.
Fair enough.
Wait, no. I turn into a hot dwarf.
Okay, I get it.
I'm 4'8".
Yeah, Papa.
No, 4'7". I'm 4'7", and I'm a hot dwarf lady.
Pog.
Yeah, I got like
salute
braids
King.
and shit. Ow, my thumb dislocated. I'm fine.
What?
Are you okay?
Yeah, it does that.
Am.
I got bad bones. It's a sublex. It's like it hyperextends and then it goes pop and then I go, oh no, back in you go.
I love you, but Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I salute you, King. You should
Thank you.
get ice when you need it.
It happens all the time. That's fine. Thank you.
Understandable. But Kotiri has made a beeline up into nicer and nicer areas of the upper quarter until, like, all of you are very aware that you are in an extremely, like, disgustingly rich area. Like, compared to when you guys were in Choptown, this is horrifying, the amount of wealth.
Is it like a suburb where everybody has like houses with stairs?
No, this is like Beverly Hills cafe on every corner, finely trimmed ivy on all the buildings. Like, it is so artificial.
I bet they're homophobic.
Rides too.
Who knows? Maybe they're homophobic. I stare at the assembly, which has 3 gay characters and 1 non-binary character. Anyway. But Kotiri kind of pauses for a moment, as if to, like, figure out where exactly she's going, and then turns towards one cafe in particular, which is labeled as a tea house, and enters it, going to some outside tables. And there are 2 people already seated at the table she approaches. And let me grab their pictures. The first one is some fucking dwarf, not dwarf, sorry. Some fucking, like, gnomish fellow. Dressed finely, but not as obscenely as his surroundings. Definitely, like, flexing his wealth, but still, you know, useful, suitable.
Practical.
Practical. Let me put
Short
that.
king.
Short king indeed. And with him is a half-elven woman. Gee, wonder who this is. That was definitely not referenced earlier. She is dressed much finer. And is, like, picking at a little pastry, like very, like, oh, look, I'm consuming this pastry, but I'm not consuming any because I have to watch my calories.
Watch my figure.
It's like Periscopian. Just like, yeah. Like that kind of energy.
Yeah.
It's more like Ariana Grande.
Oh!
Disgusting!
Wait, why are we disgusted?
No,
we aren't disgusted, but it's like the vibe. That's the vibe.
Okay, got it. I like the voice. Like, hit that.
Yeah, exactly.
I am Ariana Grande.
Oh my god.
Megan!
When she speaks, I want you to think Ariana Grande.
Okay.
I can't do that voice, but that's what it is. Kotiri takes a moment to bow to both of them, and as she does, are you guys trying to get within ear range? What's going on here? Tell me. Speak to me.
Al.
I observe from a distance.
Okay.
Thank you, Al.
Vinky.
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 Vinky?
Vinka, Lilydos, aren't you just so damn thirsty?
But of course.
Well, it would be a shame if we got a table.
Let's hope it's not too expensive.
Let's hope.
Hold on.
We're gonna blow all our
$50 on one dose.
Hold on.
Motherfuckers, you can spend a little bit of money on pastries.
I'm like, how much money do you guys have?
I don't, not a lot. I have 58 gold.
Or who's here? Who's here?
Lilydos.
Riot, Lily,
Lilydos.
and yeah.
Ivanka. Ivanka's
Yeah,
an NPC. Don't worry about how much money she has.
I've got 35.
Okay. I'm
So
gonna be
the only
like,
knows the art of dining and dashing?
I'm going to be like, I'm going to loan you some money just in case he's.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
Lilydos, I think you have another 20 because we just.
25
Wow.
because
Oh, yes, I forgot.
Thorn.
Yeah, you have an
I
additional
was literally
25.
just about to say that.
I
Yeah.
take
Wait, how
everything
much?
back. I think you're fine.
Okay.
Lilydos, you have
25?
an extra 25 from Thorn. I apologize. I forgot that bit in my recap.
Got 60. Although, if you're still willing to loan me money, I won't be one to turn it down. You won't be seeing the money again, but.
I don't think that's how loaning works.
All right, so then you three, or Riot, Lilydos, and Ivanka are approaching to get a table.
Yes.
All right,
Mhm.
and Al, you're staying back.
Yep. And I like hide from everything.
Yeah, you find like a corner to casually lean against, like pretend to read a book or some shit.
I start reading an actual book.
Understandable. I see.
I've got one if you want.
I take it.
Okay, yeah.
Which-
You want
Which book do you hand over?
the porn.
It's historical with a minor amount of porn.
Yeah, I hand over the historical fiction
And flip it to the porn.
and flip it directly to page 58.
For like keywords.
Yeah, exactly.
Al just like looks at it and just flips the page.
Understandable, King. All right, you have a book you find somewhere to low-key hide without being too sus. And the other three approach. A hostess gets you guys seated very quickly, doing a lot of the, of course, here's our specials today. Let me try to get you guys a menu. And hurries off.
Oh,
And-
a Boston pizza.
You guys are seated. Listen, I'll have mercy. I don't think any of you have the ability to lip read, because that's like, which feat is that again? Where you can lip read? I can't remember.
Observant.
Observant.
It's observant and it's very sexy.
It is very sexy. I don't think any of you have observant, so I will have mercy and put you guys close enough to hear.
I would ask to be close because I know their money and I just feel like I can feel like the and the good fortune, you know?
Right.
The weird rich people bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
The vibes are immaculate.
They have like fresh pressed juice and shit. It's like kale and celery.
Beats.
Then you guys manage to hear as Kotiri greets both of her tea companions. She says to the gnome fellow, Baron Christophorus, it's wonderful to see you again, as always. And he he's holding his cane and does like the one hand lift, very, very like Godfather.
Disrespect.
You respect me. And she turns to the half-elf and says, and of course, Baroness Mon Elwes, it's wonderful to see you again. And both of their names have been updated. I salute. The three of them take a moment to order some tea. The hostess also approaches you guys. Well, the waiter, actually. The hostess goes back to her post. But the waiter comes over, asks if you guys are ready to order.
I look at the menu really quick. Oh, is it like a...
It's like very dainty little pastries and tea. That's it.
Oh, God.
Okay. Got like kid menu.
Yeah, you got like a pirate pack. Why is there a...
And it's all like wild pastries none of you have ever heard of.
I'm gonna order something I can't pronounce. And also I'm gonna put on like a very heavy like Scottish accent that also the waiter can't understand.
he like takes a moment to have you point to what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
No, one of you at the table has to be like the translator. I've lived this. I've fucking lived this on my graduation day. Auntie Suzanne just trying to order a fucking steak and the poor waitress.
Yeah, and like they don't want to offend me.
Of
Yeah.
course. And Lilydos, of course, points to a random item and says that she wants that, which very understandable. What a mood. Me too when I went out with rich people. Avinka orders a bit more deftly, but really only because she vaguely has heard of some of these things. Never tried it, of course. Listen, sometimes you're broke. It's fine.
Yeah, I feel
But the waiter leaves you guys, and I assume you're all trying to tune into the conversation, yes?
Yes.
Then you guys can go ahead and make some perception checks. You two can either roll separately, or one can give the other advantage.
What's your perception? It's better than mine. Go ahead. Take advantage.
Let it be said that I'm so glad that that was with advantage because at first I rolled a 1.
No.
Anyways, 16.
16. Pog. Let me... Alright. You missed, like, the first part of the conversation, what with, like, the ordering and stuff, but it seems to have been mostly pleasantries. As you sort of, tune back in, to what they're saying. At the moment, Kotiri is speaking. And she's saying, yes, of course, I thank you for the advance payments. They have been most helpful in smoothing things over, getting the supplies I need. I'm deeply thankful to you both, and of course to anyone else who might be helping but wishes not to come forward. The ferrymen are very thankful to the both of you. But we do have a slight issue. I appreciate the men that you have supplied to me so far for my operations, but I'm going to need more tonight. I know it's a big ask. You two have already been so helpful, so wonderfully helpful, but I'm gonna need a bit more than that tonight, and maybe for the future. Kind of hard to tell. Baroness Small Elwis seems to consider, and she starts to speak, but Baron Christophorus, I pick cool names, and then I'm like, these are actually really hard to say. Why did I do this to myself? I'm sticking to my guns, though. Yeah. But Baron Christophorus, like, raises a hand as if to say, let me handle this. I appreciate the buttery flattery of your words, Kotiri, dear. You certainly live up to your reputation. However, you came highly suggested to us. Your skills were... Are you saying that they were exaggerated if you need help this badly? To what? Gather up a few sick, deranged peasants.
I don't like this dude.
He, like, puts his hands on his cane and, like, leans back in his seat a bit.
You come to me on the day of my daughter's wedding.
You're supposed to be the best of the best. You're supposed to know exactly what you're doing. And yet here you are requesting more muscle. We're already a bit tight, what with the tensions here in Ziggurat, and you ask for more and more. Pray, tell what makes you think that we would be willing to give you that. We paid top dollar for you and for what the ferryman offered us. They told us that you were their best operative. And if you're not competent enough to handle this issue, maybe your loyalty isn't really fair, and we'll have to request someone better, more suitable. Kotiri, like, is facing away from you guys, so you can't really, like, get a facial vibe, but shoulders very tense. She's sitting ramrod straight. She clears her throat. No, Baron, I assure you, I can handle this. The issue is more amount of people. I need numbers, manpower, to combat numbers in return. There's only so much I myself can do against a group of people. I am the best at what I do, yes, but what I do best is subtlety. The more social stealth side of things. And that's not the issue I'm having right now. As you know, I very much need this job. Yes, I'm their best agenda. The words. Yes, I'm their best operative. But this is an opportunity for me to enter into their inner circle, to become a guide. And once I'm a guide, the resources I can offer to the assembly will greatly increase. I have reason to believe that someone knows about what's going on, about the disappearances, and has taken note. And I have evidence that suggests that people have been probing around Choptown, have been asking my boss questions. And now I've handled it to the best of my abilities, to what I have available to me, but I didn't have access to all of them. And I can't completely throw them off my trail on my own. Thus the need for manpower, if they are indeed planning to mess with this operation. I understand you questioning my competence, but I hope that my words and insight might convince you to assist me in the ways I need. I would hate for this to fire back on you two, after all. It would be quite a problem. The Baron starts to, like, puff up a bit, looking, like, annoyed that she's low-key threatening him.
I raise my hand.
You raise your hand?
No, like me, Emeial.
Okay, yes.
Is there an angle I can get at that I can discreetly trip a waiter to pour snacks and tea on this dude?
Not at this moment.
Fuck, cool.
Because there's only, like, literally you guys out on the balcony right now.
Fair enough.
Not the balcony.
No, they're talking really loud.
They're actually not talking that loud. They're talking very, like, normal levels. They don't seem to be really afraid of anyone else listening in.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But as the Baron starts to, like, puff up a bit, and seems to get annoyed, the Baroness, like, in return, places her hand on his arms and kind of pats it. Friend, calm yourself. And she turns to Kotiri. Kotiri, dear, I understand what you're saying. Christophorus here is a bit more quick to the draw, but I understand that you're trying your best. And of course, I want you to have that manpower you need, so I'll make sure you get it. there will be extra men at the meeting spot that you've specified for tonight. But I want you to know that I expect perfection, and for targets to not slip through your grasp again. 2 hosts have already escaped, with one still unmoored, and one who's managed to somehow become anchored to one of our test subjects that was due to be disposed of. And yet, because there was a host nearby that was available, our test subject was able to latch on to that host. So not only did 2 hosts escape, but one of our test subjects escaped as well. So, in exchange for this extra manpower that you've requested, you have a secondary objective tonight. And the Baroness kind of like reaches inside her like coat jacket and pulls out a like dark colored amulet and slides it across the table to Kotiri. You need to find the 2 escaped hosts. Preferably the one still unmoored, because that one is at least still of use to us. Both would be good, but if you can't get the second one, dispose of them. We don't need loose ends. I know they're hidden somewhere in Shoptown, which is your target tonight. This amulet will activate when you are within a certain distance of a prolific and suitable host. Kotiri, like, nods slowly and takes the amulet and slides it into her bag. Of course, I won't let you down. Perfection, as you said. They begin to discuss what seems to be payment once more, but this is about when the rest of the group is arrived. Avinka is, like, telepathically having Banda guide you guys towards where Al is, instead of just, walking up to the tea house. But you guys arrive to see a familiar, nondescript human man reading in a totally not suspicious way.
And what are you reading there?
Hiding.
That's what you're reading, but not what you're doing, but alright. I understand that you're nervous. Are they inside?
They're outside. On a balcony. Or is it a balcony or a patio?
It's like a patio. Like a fenced-in patio.
Yeah.
So they see us?
No, you guys are, like, off to the side. And there's other people on the street, too, so...
And I would be like, over here, get out of view.
Oh, right, because Kotori could really recognize us, huh?
Uh-huh.
Oops! Yeah, no. I'll kind of just like... Can I pop a squat without being too loud?
Yeah.
Cool, I'm gonna take a break.
Yeah, you're getting, like, really hot.
You're getting a lot of steps in.
You are getting a lot of steps in, but, like, feels almost like you jogged rather than walked. You're feeling that, like, quiver in your knees.
Oh boy.
Like,
Fuck.
You hadn't thought it had, like, gotten this bad. Like, yeah, you haven't been traveling in a few days, but, like, normally, like,
Not this.
I'm
not. Is there something in the air that's making me weak, or the fuck?
It's really muggy. You're drinking the water. It's doing things. It's now affecting you, not just the frogs.
I've been drinking tap water. That's my issue.
Ivory starts like fucking wearing like cargo shorts.
Snapbacks.
Socks with sandals.
Hey, sometimes it's a look.
Ivory probably just gonna like take out their water bottle and just kind of like splash their face with it, try to cool down.
Mm-hmm.
You good?
Just warm.
Oh, alright.
If you want, Al, you can make a medicine check. You failed your last one.
mean,
Take
Ivory
pity
does
on
look worse,
me.
so-
Yeah. That is significantly better. It was almost not good, but it was significantly better. That is a 18 with my +1.
Ew. You had noted before that Ivory definitely seemed like slightly under the weather, but it hadn't like screamed a problem to you. Now though, you can like see, like Ivory definitely has like some light sweat building up, like on the forehead, on the nose, that sort of vibe, and also like kind of a like pale grayish pallor is like coming underneath their eyes and like tracing down their cheeks a bit.
Cool.
I give a
I'm
thumbs
just gonna
up.
like kind of crouch down and be like, okay. And I place a hand on their shoulder and just be like, don't mean to worry you as I cast Lesser Restoration.
I predicted you so well.
I literally read it.
Anyways, continue, Kyle.
I cast Lesser Restoration to kind of alleviate the effects a bit.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh
You feel
Does it-
slightly better, Ivory, but you can still feel something's off.
Yeah.
no. Ivory like takes a little bit deep breath. Sorry, Kyle, you said I don't mean to worry you. Did you say anything else after that?
I was about to, and then you would have been hit with like Lesser Restoration, which you would notice.
Okay.
And be like, you might be a little bit sick.
Looking a bit gray.
Sick. I can't be sick.
Well, you are.
Ivory's gonna kind of like look like really confused because like that's not supposed to happen.
And
What?
But yeah, no, Ivory's kind of like look really confused up at Al and like look it over to Aver to see if like there's like, hey, like last time I checked, Paladins are not supposed to get sick.
He is like closely paying attention to this like interaction, and is looking a bit confused and concerned because yeah, paladins aren't supposed to be able to get typical sick. So this is definitely a hard confirm that this is magical in nature.
Fuck.
Some fucky shit is going on here, fam. Yeah. Back to those of you who are sipping tea, munching on strange pastries that you've never had before. Riot, the thing that you ordered that you like couldn't pronounce is like some sort of dragon fruit croissant amalgamation that kind of tastes good, but mostly tastes weird.
I don't eat it.
Oh, understandable. It's fine. You fucking sniff it, bitch.
Okay.
Sniff a line.
I split it in half with a delicate knife,
Uh-huh.
and I pick up part of it with a fork, and I do like a little like coy like I'm going to feed Lilydos. Like just a very like, here you go.
Lilydos says after ordering something herself. Are you guys just gonna stare at your pastries?
Then I give it to a big guy.
Avinka will eat it, take a big bite of it, and like kind of pause and stare into space, and then shrug and swallow. You're gonna send a raccoon up into a fancy tea house. That'll go well. You were worried about the guards kicking the familiar. No, Avinka is not gonna call over Banda right now. That'll go badly. Avinka, like, takes one bite out of her own pastry and then wraps the rest in, like, a fancy cloth napkin and just tucks it straight into her bra.
Queen shit.
There's space. There's space there.
Sure, yeah, sure. Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah. Vinka eats half. That's all I can handle. Oof.
Understandable.
Ooh.
By this point, Kotiri seems to have finished up her conversation and is like standing up, straightening herself out. And then takes a moment to like do a half bow to the Baron and Baroness. Oh, excuse me. Baroness Small Elwes, I wish you the best. I hope that you can pass on your approval to my work to your contacts. And the Baroness just kind of like gives a slow inclined nod, sort of an implication of, if it goes well tonight. And then Kotiri turns to the Baron. And I hope that the Assembly will hear about my work. And that Clan Baron will consider the ferryman's offer. We're always looking for new engineers. And the Baron kind of shifts a bit and leans forward on his cane, but gives a slow nod. And then, You specifically, Riot, can make a history check on the name Clan Baron.
Yeah. 23.
Pop. Clan Baron is a very large and prolific, mainly gnomish clan, though there are people who like choose to join. It is sort of a family. It is like a Clan Baron is something you're born into, but you don't have to stay part of if like that is not what you're interested in. Most do not live in Sigurdat, as far as you're aware. They're very spread out. Their home base is, funnily enough, in Allendor, though most of them do their schooling there, their home life, and then travel. They are tinkerers, engineers, inventors, very prolific in the world of technological wonders.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. You have definitely your parent has definitely personally met with some members of Clan Baron before.
Fair enough.
You have never had any prolonged interactions with any of them before, though.
I wouldn't have, would have I?
No. You like might have seen a face once or twice or heard a name.
Okay.
But that is at most it.
Okay.
Oogie. You have never heard of Christophorus before. Him specifically, but
Yeah.
thumbs up. As Kotiri turns to leave, her gaze kind of lingers. Her gaze kind of like lingers across your group, with like a slow eyebrow arch, but she seems to be distracted by something else further down the road, and like narrows her eyes and glances back to the Baron and Baroness, like sort of questioningly. And the Baron like sighs heavily and shakes his head. We'll take care of it. And then Kateri
Uh-oh.
gives a short nod and turns and walks away. She had not been looking in the direction of where you guys are. She had been looking up along the other, direction of the street.
Okay.
If any of you want to try and, suss out what it was she was looking at, you can make an insight check.
Natural 1.
1 second, let me run. I had to lay children down, I apologize.
That's fine.
Oh my goodness. Insight. Oh, I forgot my insight was +6. Let's go.
Ayo.
Mod 20.
Nice. Progress. Alright. You glance down. Sorry, I'm so smart. I had just taken a bite of a cracker.
Oof.
You glance down the road in the direction she's looking. In, the direction she had indicated. And you see just a quick flash of a person who's very clearly trying to blend in and mostly succeeding. You wouldn't have noticed anything really stand out about them except for the fact that Kateri is clearly focused on them. At first, you see gray and white fur and you're oh, tabaxi. And then you see the tail's very short. And that laying flat against the back of the head are long ears, and you realize it's actually rabbit folk. Somebody who is trying to blend in front of one of the stalls, but is seemingly keeping a vague eye on what's going on. But definitely didn't stick out to you as sus before you noticed Kateri looking at them. And I will post their image. Boop, boop. That's wrong. There we go. Oh wait, that's wrong. There we go. I wonder who that is. Listen.
Can I just chip in? I love the idea that we already know their pronouns. That means that everyone just wears a pronoun pin, and that's really good to me.
In my world, you just, bitch,
No,
God whispers it to you.
You've heard of the gaydar.
You know, when in video games, if you look at video game movies specifically, when you look at someone and their stats come up, that's what I imagine that their pronouns come up.
Mm-hmm.
There's just a specific god that is whispering to all of us pronouns as we
Mm-hmm.
look at individuals.
Exactly. But
is that how somebody comes out sometimes? When somebody else hey, so this pronouns what? Oh shit, I'm queer. I didn't know it. It got out of me before I even know.
Assigned queer.
But Kateri continues past you guys, goes down the street and heads back in the direction of the docks and the TMB, presumably. Do you guys make to follow, or are you waiting to see what the Baron and Baroness do?
I don't think that really matters.
Understandable.
Probably better to stay on Kateri.
Mm-hmm. All right, then I assume you guys quickly stuff away the pastries, guzzle any tea.
Dining dash, dining dash!
The waiter and the hostess are there. You guys can certainly try to dine and dash.
How are you feeling, Lily?
Yeah, I'll make note. 2 of you are in disguise, yes, but Lilydos isn't.
Okay, fair enough.
Lilydos will be unknown dine and dasher.
Have you seen this woman? Poster in every restaurant.
Do not serve.
In that case, the waiter sets down a very, fancy receipt with like the absolute most illegible script for all the like details. Yes, also some like chocolate mint candies.
Oh, tight.
Some like little fruit bits. And like I said, the receipt is very illegible and hard to make out, and you're pretty sure there's some extra charges on there. The price is easy to read, printed in very clean script.
L.
It comes out to, I'd say, about like 28 gold pieces.
I hope you guys fucking pocketed every single extra pastry.
What are the extra charges?
You can, what check could it be to try and read illegible script? Let me think.
I can read all writing.
Can you?
No, I've got rid of that from asking many faces.
You can make an investigation check.
Yeah, sure. Fuck, why not, dude? That's a dirty 20.
Understandable. Alright. With a nice old dirty 20. You managed to like pick out some of the charges are like extra napkins. Like
We didn't ask for any extra napkins.
like freshly plumped cushions on your chairs.
We
that
did
sort of
not
shit.
ask for that.
Are you gonna pull a Karen?
Yeah, I will.
Pop off.
Oh dear.
Excuse me, waitress.
I'm also speaking in a very like heavy Scottish accent.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
I can't do a heavy Scottish accent, so I do need you to just like use your
Like
you know.
make some noises. Make some noises at me.
the theater of the mind. Okay, are you going to make some noises?
Yeah, make some noises.
Okay, I'm gonna like intimidating kind of like you don't want to bring your manager out here. You want to deal with me right now.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Meg, can you make some Scottish noises?
Just think brave. It's just my boy.
Just to change your fate.
You would be daughter in the key. That kind of
Order, please.
except it's I didn't order the fucking napkins. I didn't ask you to flip the pillow under my ass.
This is fucking
I feel
beautiful.
like I'm at Brown's social house with my aunt right now. Excuse me.
Excuse me,
Excuse me, miss.
I want a free
What is
pizza.
fucking check?
I 38 years carrying 3 daughters. Yeah, I go off.
Auntie Suzanne, please.
Alright, you pop off. Make an intimidation check.
+7. That's 25.
Jesus Christ. Are you at least like pointing to the charges in question?
Yes, I'm like pointing at them, and you can make out like cushion and napkins. It sounds like napkins, but
the waiter seems like very taken aback. But they seem to have like a policy for Karens. It's the rich area, of course they do.
of course they do.
And it's like, of course, I'm so sorry about that. Of course, I completely understand.
Why you're so upset?
Why you're so upset? We really like understand your pain in this moment. I understand when the spouse is watching your spending and you need to keep it down. I will get that fixed for you right away. And like takes the receipt and goes to fix.
Oh shit!
Shade.
The shade.
That's sexism?
No, I said spouse.
Oh,
I have
true.
a wife. This character has a wife. This female dwarf with big fucking knockers.
God.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Lilydos. These cushions are like just too fluffed and plump for you to like fit anywhere suitable to hide. They're just too fucking much.
You could like, hey, dude, these like, you could big money milkers, yeah.
You want to take the buttons? There's like some lace on them and some like fancy little like metallic buttons.
Hell yeah.
Are you taking those? Like, pop off. You can do that for free. You take the fucking buttons. You can write down that you have 4 solid silver buttons right now.
Whoa.
Ooh, that's like 7 pieces.
We'll pawn shop later.
It's got money.
Money, sort of.
Okay, where's I yeah.
They come back with the corrected fucking receipt. Before it was 28, now it's 25. I'm kidding. It is now 19.
Okay, tight. I'll just put down 19 and ask the other one money later.
All right. And the waiter just continually keeps like giving little bows, and I'm so sorry about that. I understand your pain. We are on the same
it's just your
level
fucking
here. But yeah, you fucking y'all fucking duck. The Baron and Baroness don't seem to be paying attention to you two at all. They could give a shit less. The Baroness is like making notes in a small notebook, presumably about the updates that have just taken place, while the Baron's like leaned back in his seat, is watching the street. And that's when you guys like notice as you're leaving, like there's been people milling about this whole time, leaving, coming, going, that sort of thing. There's been a few people that have stayed in place. There's that rabbit folk, but the rabbit folk doesn't seem to have been, part of the group, since apparently they were sus. That's when you guys realize you're surrounded by guards. They're not watching you guys, but they are watching the Baron and the Baroness very closely. And they're all having like weapons subtly hidden. But it's clear enough that they are big, intimidating, and like giving everyone the evil eye, who like even looks in the direction of the Baronet and Baroness. But you guys are able to start following after Kotori. She's heading back towards the TMB.
Cool. As we're walking, I take the like croissant, weird fucking grapefruit shit that I didn't eat. And
Dragon fruit, excuse you.
dragon fruit, and I give it to Soda.
What's this, Sen?
For you to eat.
Who are you? Did you drop your disguise?
No.
Have I been there the whole time? I thought I was off.
You were off for a bit. You hadn't seen Riot change disguises.
Yeah.
There's just this dwarf lady with these mommy milkers there right now.
She's hot as fuck. She's hot as fuck. She's like a
hot as
milf.
fuck. She's a MILF. Almost rivaling the Raven Queen in hotness. Bonda happily accepts your treat, Lily. Very happily.
I'm just standing there awkwardly staring down at this dwarf lady holding this weird thing. Was it dragon fruit?
Yeah, it's a dragon fruit and croissant mixture of some kind.
Soda's gonna look this like strange woman up and down and just shove the entire croissant in her fucking.
Dude.
I'm just like standing there.
It like
Alright, that's all.
it tastes weird but good and kind of makes your tongue tingle.
She just opens her mouth, lets it fall. As she walks.
Don't worry, Bonda takes care of it. Does he throw it away?
Sick.
Does he eat it?
Sick.
I'm not really sure.
Or is it for later?
Yeah, for when Soda's like, man, I actually wish I ate that. I was kind of hungry.
Offer some pastry to Ivory.
But yeah, we follow Katori.
Yeah, you guys don't have to, roll to convince to get out of the upper quarter. They don't bat an eye at that. But she's making a beeline straight back to the TMB. Do you guys follow her straight inside, or just what are you guys doing when you arrive back?
I drop my disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Do you guys
I imagine it's probably up by now anyway.
during your time walking, do you fill in the rest of the party about what it is you guys
Oh, yeah.
heard?
Yeah, what just happened?
Yeah, we tell them about like Baron Christophorus, Baron Monet Ellis, and how they and potentially the council are like hiring / funding the ferrymen to kidnap people.
Mm-hmm.
Whack.
Yeah.
Ivory nods a little bit and doesn't bring it out, but I managed to get a dose of what Katori was buying from the apothecary. It very concentrated sleeping dose can knock out people for long periods of time. Very strong.
Horrifying. I also tell them about how Katori wants to be part of the inner circle of the ferrymen, and this would like get her there. And how she's like, she wants to be what did she want to be? A mentor?
She said a guide.
A guide.
Yeah, this is, I suppose, this answers where she's getting her thing from. One dose was just 50. The original doses were 4 per vial, so I'm assuming that'd be around 200 gold. I don't know if you've been buying it in high quantities, saying that she has sleeping issues, so don't know how long she's been buying it for, but
well, maybe she actually just sleeps just really badly.
I doubt that she would need so much for sleeping issues.
You'd be surprised. Some people sleep like shit.
I just does a little frown at him.
Oh, I also tell them about the fucking host thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, also the fucking host thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
Host, someone gobbled up something.
Ivory pales a little bit more at that.
I like how to like I was like my mind tuned out of that part and I was afraid to clarify like what was said. So all I have written in my notes is hosts 12 question marks. Someone gobbled up a thing.
I'm just associating is venom.
Venom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, you guys heard that 2 hosts escaped the last raid, and that one is quote unmoored. And that the other one managed to get anchored with a test subject that was supposed to be disposed of, but managed to escape because they got anchored. Not really sure what all that means, but you can make some assumptions about who those are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys entering the TMB when you get there, or like waiting outside?
I think one of us can go get like Thorn.
Mm-hmm.
I can go suss out, observe if either Thorn or the Paladin,
Brine. All right.
is available.
You head on inside then.
You know. Oh, yeah.
Unless
Sorry.
there's something else you want to do first.
No. Just my mind is a million miles an hour right now and going nowhere.
Understandable. I salute you. Go ahead and roll a perception check as you enter. It's busy medical wing.
That is not my character sheet. Wait, I should just know this by now. That is a solid 17.
Pog. Taking a moment to look around, you're able to relatively quickly spot Thorn. They kind of stick out a bit, with green. And you see them like sort of bent over with some people, helping some folks out, doing some healing, the usual stuff. Brine is not that far away, currently speaking with yeah. Seems to be in conversation, though she looks up as you enter and like makes eye contact and does like the chin jerk of I see you. I'll be there in a sec. Kotori, you see, she is standing outside Rion B's office, and Rion B's actually leaving their office right now, and Kotori is like immediately putting a hand on their back and is like speaking to them, and Rion B looks to be like kind of touching the side of their head, like they've got a headache or something, and Kotori is like guiding them towards like one of the exits.
Okay. I think I put some stuff together. Okay. They're no longer present then, right?
Rion B is currently being escorted out of the building, yes.
Okay, I will wait till they're gone and try not to pay too much attention to the fact that they're leaving, but like also being like, I need to know when they're gone before I just do what I'm doing.
Alright, you wait a moment, and then Rion B and Kotori
No, I am not fucking doing that.
Exit out through the front door.
Cool. I slow. Shh! I wouldn't even make it in the door. I will head over towards Thorn first because I know how do I say the name? Brine, right? Good. God damn it. I see it and it does that my mind does not pronounce it that way. I don't know why.
I'm so sorry. I'll start putting pronunciation guides when needed.
It's okay. I've just done my own. And just kind of like pop beside them like I'm looking to help.
Understandable.
And just be like, so how's your day been?
Oh, the fun stuff. We have 3 new cases today, so been dealing with that.
You should make that 4.
4? There's excuse me. There's another. Where? They like kind of look around concerned.
You could say it's a friend?
Oh boy. Someone in your group? In Group E?
Yeah, are you okay?
No, that's DM. Sorry.
I know.
Cracker went down the wrong way.
That's so fair. Also, yeah, I think we should talk about that when you have time.
Yeah, just give me a moment to finish up with this one. And Al, you hadn't really been paying a ton of attention to the person currently being doted upon. But the patient that Thorn is finishing up with is a turtle fellow who definitely
Oh.
looks ill, but seems to have been like caught in the early stages, and he's kind of leaning back. He definitely seems like confused. He's muttering a bit, something about like, you need to get word to my crew. They're going to be looking for me. They're staying at one of the inns. Can you pass the word on to them? I don't want them to get concerned. It's the first mate is. And he like holds his head for a moment.
We'll get that sorted out.
Please, there's a few of them staying on the ship, but the others are staying at the cask place, with Ivy, that inn. I won't be able to send the money anymore if they need to. He puts his head in his hands. It's just having a rough time. Poor dude. Just this turtle fellow who's definitely not important in any way, shape, or form.
Uh-huh. Yeah, definitely not. Uh-huh.
It's almost like I have a reference picture for this dude or something. Where is he? There we go.
That's the same place that we're staying, right?
Yeah, the Ivy Cask Cold is where you're staying.
Yeah.
An F to this unnamed man that totally nobody knows the name of. But Al, you watch as Thorn seems to finish with him, like puts like a cold compress on his forehead and like pats the guy's like very buff arm. All right, sir. Just take a minute to relax. Try not to think too hard about anything. Just think about the calm and the sea and the rolling of the waves rocking you back and forth. All right. You give a ring to this bell here if you start to feel worse. Okay. And the turtle kind of shakily takes it and holds on to the bell with one very thick clawed hand. And Thorn turns to you. Right, all right. Who's sick? Let's go see that. That's a problem.
Tell me about it. And I will leave. With Thorn in tow, I'm hoping.
Yes.
And bring Thorn to the group. Is Brine pronunciation guide? Hey. Following, or are they still in there?
She seems to finish up with the conversation she's having and like ducks out of it to follow after you guys.
Cool.
She like jogs a bit to catch up, and takes in Thorn's worried demeanor. I may not know you well, buddy, but I know enough to know that means something's wrong. And Thorn like kind of wrings their hands and glances at you, Al. Well, apparently we have another case, so that's not good. By this time, you guys have stepped outside. In the meantime, while you were doing that, how close were you guys like waiting to the TMB? Were you guys like gathered up with some of the other groups outside the door? Like, were you guys hiding back in that alley Brine had showed you guys this morning? What are you doing?
I'm muted. I'm just vibing.
Just vibing.
Just vibing. Just
Okay.
waiting.
So you guys are like maybe like leaning against the wall of the TMB, not too close to the door, but within view.
Yeah, I'm looking out. I'm looking around.
Understandable. You guys see as Kotori leaves with Rionbi in tow. Kotori is speaking loud enough for you guys to make out that she's speaking to Rionbi, saying, "All right, let's get you back to your room. You know, we don't want that migraine to bother you too much." And Kotori stops for a moment, kind of in consideration, and reaches one hand to like the upper pocket of her like leather armor and pulls out the dark amulet, which has a rune that's currently lit up, which hadn't been before. And she kind of considers it for a very long moment, looking around, like with narrowed eyes, trying to figure out what has set it off. Looking around, and those of you who heard the conversation are on edge, I assume, because you know that if it's activated, that means that apparently a possible host is around. But according to what you heard, there's only 2 that escaped. And you guys know where those are. And yet, this amulet that only is activated within a certain distance is activated right now.
Where is she standing?
She's standing about, say, 40 feet away from you.
How far is she from Al?
Al is still inside. Al is like having the conversation with Thorn right now.
Okay. Well, I guess we just watch. See where this goes.
Alright. She takes a long moment to consider it. Like kind of looking around, eyes tracing over the crowd. And you guys looking around, at least with a cursory glance, don't see Luciora's Canis anywhere in sight. Since you assume that's, you know, who the 2 escaped hosts are. But none of them are in sight, and Kotori doesn't seem to have any further indication than the activation that one of these hosts is near. But someone is perked up, someone is tense, and like almost this kind of like tug at your ankles, Riot, to like back away a bit.
Yeah. I kind of figured that. Do you guys feel like Al's taking a bit long?
Must be a bit busy.
Do you mind if I go check on him?
I don't know. I don't think there's an issue with that.
All right. I think you want to come with me.
Sure, what's up?
Oh, we're just gonna go for a bit of a walk. And I take her by the arm and we go into the TMB.
Alright. You head into the TMB, and those of you who remain outside see, after a few moments, the amulet goes out, and Kotori looks even more confused. But eventually, like, Rionbi tugs on her arm, seemingly reminding Kotori that she has migraine right now. She needs to get back to her room. So Rionbi, like, not Rionbi, Kotori sighs heavily, tucks away the amulet, and starts to lead Rionbi away again. Riot and Avinka enter the TMB right as like Thorn, Brine, and Al are about to exit.
I imagine that like we walk into each other, literally.
fun.
Like, hey, we were just coming back out.
Oh, I was just wondering what was taking you.
Oh,
no.
Wasn't gone that long.
It felt like long haul. It's always feels like a. Like pat him on the shoulder twice, like awkward, kind of awkwardly, like kind of like you pat like just a kid on the shoulder, even though they're like the same age.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Okay, well, back to the group. Yay! Guess who's back?
Shooty's back. Oh, sorry. Should we go somewhere private to talk? again. I feel like we're doing this a lot. Should we get find, I don't know, a place like that's not maybe an alleyway?
Please.
Fair enough. But I guess the alley has to work for now. I'll find a place after. I feel like we're a bit of a rush. I'm not a rush, but what time is it?
Oh yeah, what time is it?
It's like approaching 1 o'clock by this point.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay, we still got time.
Yeah.
Mhm.
The alley will do for now. Maybe, yeah.
All right.
We can all huddle around and sort of link arms and shit.
You guys go and huddle around and link arms and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Sure, okay.
We tell them everything.
All right.
Did we tell them everything?
You guys can
I think we
them.
tell them everything.
Yeah, okay.
Awesome. I write
Don't.
down everything.
So,
You guys take a good while to communicate everything that you all experienced, saw, whatnot, the whole 9 yards. It
we
takes
speak it quietly.
quietly, of course, hushed, whispered, a secret shared amongst friends.
Yes, exactly.
And as you get to the end, Al, are you also speaking about your concerns about Ivory, or are you keeping that quiet to the group?
I would bring it up.
Go off.
And feel really bad about it, but also actually what I would say is I would gesture for Thorn to also take a look at Ivory.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And also say I think that Katori is using Ryombi to make something with the sleeping stuff. Possibly.
Brene kind of perks up at that. What makes you think that?
Because she just stole Ryombi out of her office in a way that, honestly, with what I know now, looks suspicious. After she just bought a whole bunch of sleeping stuff.
Mm-hmm. That is definitely concerning. Ranby is a talented and renowned alchemist. Who knows what sort of things they could make with that. I guess I'll be assigning another assistant to Ranby then, if this is a concern. I'll find someone loyal, who we can trust. Someone who will hopefully pay attention to us and actually assist us in this matter. Oop. Awesome.
Fuck.
Lilydos.
Oh no.
Can you go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh no.
Oh, okay, sure. One moment. y'all, that's a 19.
Oh,
Hey,
Pog!
Sorry.
You started to feel this kind of foreboding sensation.
Oh no.
And then you give a little shake, kind of focus on yourself and go, no, thank you. No, thank you. And hey, it's gone. It's as simple as that, apparently.
She really said I'm too sexy to get sick. Sorry.
Let me make sure. Awesome, sweet. Soda, I also need you to make that Constitution saving throw.
L.
L indeed.
Okay. $18.
Pog. Hey, Soda? You give a little shrug, little shake. You're fine. You're chill. You're chilling. Wait, actually, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Yours was actually supposed to be a wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
Mine?
Yes, because you succeeded one and failed the other last session. So you need to make the one.
Are you sure we have to use wisdom?
I have in my notes that you succeeded your wisdom and failed your con last time. I might have gotten it confused, but.
Well, that's a 9.
Oh.
F.
I don't think it's Ivory making people sick.
I go into anaphylactic.
Yeah, it's. Al would be able to tell that it's not passed through proximity necessarily. Soda, you're starting to feel. You had been feeling less than stellar, but not like sick. Just no kind of ugh. You just sort of attributed it to the current vibe of the city. Sort of rancid vibes going on right now. But it's really getting you down, bro. Today it's just really getting you down. You start to feel a bit hot under the collar, and you keep your shirt pretty open, so you fidget with it a bit. Try to figure out maybe this fabric is just getting to you today or something. But
Maybe it was that croissant you ate.
maybe it was the croissant. Maybe you're like having an allergic reaction. You're not really sure.
Yeah.
Get the EpiPen.
Yeah, so the sort of like coughing is like what?
It's less coughing and more like hot.
Wiping the sweat. Off.
Yeah.
Ew.
Not ideal. But you still visually look okay.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, you do. But Thorin takes a moment to like look over Ivory, like kind of has Ivory bend down more to their height to like cast a little light cantrip, have you follow it with your eyes, that sort of thing. Oh, with Neil, that's so cute. Ooh. It flusters Thorn and they stutter like, oh, you don't need Neil to me. Oh, okay. Oh, hi. And but they give you like a check over, and then eventually like kind of settle back. And you're a paladin, right?
Last time I checked, yes.
So yeah.
Thorin seems to like think for a moment and glance up at Brine, and she kind of like gives a nod. Yeah, think what you're thinking. We haven't had any paladins get sick at all. We've had a cleric get sick, but that's the closest we've gotten so far. I would have assumed that paladins were immune to this, but apparently not.
You and me both.
Very concerning. We're lucky then that not more have gotten sick. We can certainly admit you to the TMB if that's what you want, but have you been seeing any hallucinations at the moment? Do you think you're having difficulty discerning fiction from reality?
I'm just warm. Just very hot.
Yeah, you are.
Hey.
Ivory looks a little startled. And like looks at her Riot, like still like not understanding why this keeps happening.
Personality.
Understandable.
Right.
Brina kind of like thinks for a moment. I know there's some people who have it for a bit and then manage to shrug it off through just some unknown factor.
Being too sexy.
Being too sexy, apparently. So we can certainly hope that that's what happens here. I'm still very concerned. And the second you start to have hallucinations, and I don't mean like vivid dreams, because that can happen pretty easily with fevers. I mean waking hallucinations. Or any of you, and Brine takes like a moment to look around the group, notice that Ivory is acting strangely, or seems to not be understanding what's currently going on. immediately bring them back to the TMB. Immediately. We don't need somebody out there trying to do dangerous things and then having a hallucination, possibly hurting themselves and others.
Sort of becoming a dangerous thing.
Yeah.
Alright, well, you got it, Chief.
Calling her chief. What an experience. But she gives a slow nod. But going off the information you have provided us about Kotiri, I would assume that this means she's planning to strike tonight in a raid, which confirms that she is definitely behind the raids.
That would be my guess.
Or at least greatly involved. You all had mentioned last time that you had an inn with the corner lord of Choptown, yes?
Yep.
You could call it that.
And you had mentioned the idea of trying to stop a raid or possibly sneaking somebody into a raid, yes?
We are planning to camp out at one, yes.
I'm also concerned about these two hosts you mentioned. I haven't heard of anything like that. Have any of you?
Ivory's just gonna look at the group and shake their head slowly.
Not before today.
Interesting. That is most definitely concerning. If these are people who contracted the delirium, what makes them different from people here at the TMB? That they're being referred to as hosts and have apparently escaped. Interesting. If you find anything out, it would be fruitful, I think, to bring them back here, or at least to a place of safety where we can monitor them. Make sure that they don't fall into Kotiri's hands, or the hands of this Baron and Baroness on the assembly.
Did we mention the amulet?
That's up to you guys. Did you mention the amulet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't hide that.
Mm-hmm.
And like we know that it's like to find those those hosts, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Mhm.
might not be the best thing to bring if we did find them to bring them here if Kotori is here, so she realized that they suddenly appeared. Do you not think?
True. She could become on guard if she gets the sense that there could be apparently one of these hosts nearby. Who knows what lengths she would go to try to track one down.
I don't think any of us want to find out. Wherever they are, she hasn't found it. I think that's
The
good enough for
necklace.
everyone.
The necklace went off not too long ago, though. You saw her bring it out, right?
That is true.
So there's someone like that within this proximity.
A host?
Yes,
Assuming if what they say about the amulet is correct, then yeah.
So possibly one of these escapees could be in the TMB right now.
might be in the area.
Maybe it's not just them. I mean, what's the chances that it's going to be just these two people?
Well, that's the question. As far as you have heard implied from them, they're only aware of two. I'm sure there could be more, but it seems they're focused on these two.
Fair enough, yeah.
You said something about tying up loose ends with the one that has a test subject anchored to it, right?
Yes. Though, I think our main concern at the moment is the raid is tonight.
All right.
Wait, did they not? Oh wait, I wasn't there. Wait, they filled us in on everything that happened, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. Did they not say that there was a separate mission specifically for her to do?
Yeah. I mean, That's up to you guys whether you mentioned that Kotori has 2 goals tonight. The raid.
What's the other goal? Remind me.
Kotori was told tonight to both do the raid and to find these hosts.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, we would have mentioned that.
Alright. So, if you all are...
Head to the host.
If you all are partaking in trying to sneak into this raid somehow, stop it, infiltrate it, anything like that, that possibly might give you access to the hosts if they are quote-unquote picked up at the same time.
That is correct.
Do you want one or both of us to come with you, or do you think that the Corner Lord would take poorly to that?
I think we could try.
I think the best option might be to ask him first, because last time I checked, he was trying to keep us quiet about things.
That's true. What if we try to convince? Let us tell them, and then if he says no, we just leave it.
I agree with that statement.
Alright.
Yeah.
That way, we're not really asking forgiveness or permission.
Thorn gives a little nod and reaches into their bag and pulls out a familiar-looking stone that has runes carved into it, one of many that he has apparently, and holds it out to the group.
Snatched.
Snatched. You now have a stone of far speech that is attuned to Thorn.
Tight.
You can put that in your inventory, and it is currently only attuned to Thorn.
Unless somebody else wants to try it.
No?
Tight.
Pogger
You
Chan.
seemed very eager about that.
It's just exciting.
Very excited, of course. Alright, with that, Brine and Thorn give you guys little salutes. By now it's like 2:30. 2:30.
Okay.
Are you guys wanting to head off to Chop Town now, or is there anything else you guys want to do first?
I feel like we should get to the Oz and
Yeah. At the very least, warn them about that.
Oscanis and Luke.
Lucekin. My beloveds. Alright, you guys head off for Chop Town. I assume you guys are beelining straight to the old Citadel then.
Yeah.
Bogjamp. I won't drag it out. You guys go. You
Fast
arrive.
travel. Activated.
I can't remember the name of the guy at the door. Was it
Ted.
Ted. I knew it started with a T.
Teddy.
Teddy!
No, Ted.
Teddy.
Ted the half orc gives you guys like a hat tip. He's got like one of those like paperboy newsboy caps.
Hey,
Very very like I'm trying to look like a cool criminal vibe. So he gives a little tip to you guys as you walk in.
Hell yeah.
What a nerd.
And Corner Lord Varian, I'm not gonna make you guys RP him giving you permission to go see Oscanis and stuff. You guys go down the tunnel.
Fast travel.
Exactly. The room is as
We
We
do.
press X furiously.
Yes.
Skip it out. We accidentally press something that gets him going off on like a tangent. Bookie rat.
And then we accidentally restart the conversation by hitting too many
Exactly.
times.
Yeah. It like switched positions. It's weird.
Alright, you guys arrive at the small hollowed out room in the caved in building that... Oh, excuse me. Jeez. That Oscanis and his child Lucy are staying in. Lucikin is once again seemingly, at least mostly passed out. you know, maybe semi-conscious, kind of hard to tell. But Oscanis is currently, like, sitting on that that, like, crate he was before, and has, like, his head steepled in his fingers and is, like, seemingly muttering to himself. Though he looks up as you all enter, kind of, like, freezing. Hey! Wasn't expecting you all to get back so soon. Kind of only yesterday.
How have they been?
Luce has been on and off. Doesn't seem to be worsening, at least that's a plus in my books. But could be better.
And how's your pal been?
Chatty. Not about anything particularly useful, though.
Well, it doesn't always have to be useful. It's not bad company. Sorry, when you're always...
I think I got maybe a name.
What's their name?
I kept hearing something. I don't know if it's a name. I tried to ask if it was the name, but I got a sort of a shrug in response that it was. So I'm thinking maybe surname. Or like title. Not really sure. But something about the Sunstrike, I think it was.
It's a warrior cat's name.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
I think it's a cool name.
I am not the person who named this NPC. It is a cool name.
It is a cool name.
It's not their name, but it's something there. Sunstrike.
Okay.
Champ.
The greater.
I don't think it's like the proper name. Maybe, like I said, a title, a surname, something like that. But it's what I was able to make out.
Huh.
Interesting.
I sit down cross-legged in front of Oz. Well, let's get down to business then.
Business.
God.
What sort of business?
Not the good kind.
No, very bad kind, actually. There's some people who are going to come try to kidnap you tonight.
Wonderful. Love to hear.
Or hurt you in various ways. Is the little one out?
Sleep. Certainly hope so.
Right, well, it's sort of, you gotta grow. Okay. But... yeah, there is sort of a group of people who are gonna come take a look for you tonight.
Wonderful. Well, we're sort of, buried in here. Blocked off by all the feuds, so I would assume at least that they'd have a hard time.
Well, they might, but...
Sounded pretty serious.
Did sound pretty serious. They also said that... they were told... the corner of my mouth. Do you tell them about...
Sorry, what was that?
They were telling them about the house thing.
I actually didn't catch that.
Do we tell them about the host thing?
Ah.
Me as well.
I mean, I think we should tell them.
Alright. There's also another thing.
Uh-huh.
We heard these people who are targeting you tonight, talking about you being a host for something. Well, evidently a host, you know that.
Well,
But apparently you weren't supposed to have little Sunny there.
I mean, it's good to know that this isn't, something intended. That presumably means it's something that can be undone then, but...
I'm not sure that whatever way they want to undo it is a way that'll sort of continuing your path of parentage.
What, you don't think I could maybe, like, strike some sort of deal where I give them back the head buddy and they leave us alone?
I don't think that you can exactly give a head, but
Also, did they not say they were looking for the empty host?
they're looking for the empty host too, yeah. Yeah, they are.
Oz kind of like
It's
shifts a bit
not-
closer to Lucy.
It's not a priority, but if they can, it's good. So it might be a good idea to move Lucy. But I doubt Oz will go for that.
Are you gonna mention it to him?
Oh, sorry. I thought the priority was the empty host.
Is the priority the empty host or the full host?
You guys were overheard that the quote unmoored host is preferred.
Okay.
They
never mind.
will take the anchored host, but if needed,
Okay.
dispose of it.
If they scratch that, Lucy's the priority.
Wonderful. That's pleasant. So what, you're thinking we need to move? You thinking this place isn't safe enough here?
Well, I don't actually know much about the infrastructure of destroyed churches. So who
Neither
knows?
do I. It's not ideal, I would assume. I mean, Lord Bell had mentioned a few times maybe try to smuggle us out of the city, but I don't know how viable that is. He said they haven't successfully done it yet, but that they haven't made a full attempt, because there hasn't really been a reason to fully flee the city.
Well, there's a lot of pretty powerful, rich people who I think want to find you.
You're right.
Not sure who's working with who and sort of how close.
What, are you implying that we can't trust Lord Bell?
No. I don't know the guy, but is he rich? Does he have a lot of money? Does he want things?
Varian, no, he's not rich in the slightest.
Does he want to be?
As far as I'm aware, no.
He should be fine.
Wants to help people.
People have different ways of helping people, so you don't actually know how trying to help until they try to help.
True enough.
Right, well, we could probably move you two to somewhere else. Or you could stay in here. Quiet. Be hide under a blanket. I don't know how much help that'll be.
Well, what's safer than here?
Not being in Sigurdat. Probably.
Big ask.
A bit. We just thought we'd tell you. In case.
Thanks, I'll keep my guard up. Best I can.
Right. Alright, well. Stand up, dust off.
Oz, like, kind of takes a moment and tilts his head to the side. Looking like he's listening intently to something, and then looks towards Lucy for a moment, and then back to you. Something about wind. Is there, like... I don't know. He was muttering something about the wind annoying him, but that he welcomed it. I don't know.
Riley pushes the glasses up. Yeah, don't know anything about that.
Right.
And I kind of like wink and like click my tongue at him.
Right. All these things all, like, elementally aligned then? Is that...
Yeah, I don't know.
Is that the theme?
Probably their theme could be fucking bacon and eggs breakfast foods. I don't know. maybe that's just sort of how they ended up.
I wouldn't be.
Anyways, again,
opposed.
don't really know what you're talking about. But
Right. I wouldn't be opposed with a head buddy
Right.
obsessed with bacon. That's better than fire.
God, you are that, aren't you?
Pyromaniac. What? Yeah, Dad. Bacon. Thank you for...
Dad of bacon!
Thank you for the warning. It's... I mean, I wasn't going to sleep tonight anyways, but I'll certainly be paying a lot of attention.
Ugh.
See if Varian can smuggle me some coffee or something.
Fair enough. Yep, get up, dust. Salute.
Get up, dust.
Sayonara.
Salute. Sayonara. You guys.
We
head
good?
on
We
out.
good? We good?
Yeah. If you guys
I
want to
would
go.
I would be giving a detailed description of Katori
Ah, yes, that too.
Mhm.
to everybody that is on guard here.
Understandable. They give you a thumbs up.
Should we talk to Varian then?
What the fuck?
She literally just messaged me and was like, hey, I was walking past the door when you were doing your interview and I saw your face on the and it took everything in me to like bust down the door. How have you been? I put in a good word for you. The lady that you just had an interview with, Erin, I just had like an hour-long call with her about you. I hope we can work together because I'll be training you.
Pog. Is this like a classmate you like?
I don't remember. I think I do. Like, I think she was really, really...
Pog.
But she's 24 years old. She runs the store in...
Holy...
She's, like, set. Like, she's getting manager, like, fucking
Pay.
store, like, general manager pay.
Yeah,
At 24.
Sheesh. Noel, you need to work at Sephora.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
I
Meg,
salute you guys. You fat.
She's
Well, did
cracked.
not get it.
Yeah.
Mac gives such good discounts
knows too
and
much.
free makeup.
Okay.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you want to speak to Varian?
Introduce the idea of possibly getting some people that we have vetted.
Mm-hmm. To watch Oz or to go with you guys to the raid?
To go with us.
The safe house. That's the word.
Yes.
Pog, pog, pog. Varian, like, gives a few nods. I have some men there already trying to keep it subtle, you know, low-key, that sort of thing. But I could certainly spare some more to send with you guys.
What?
You guys seem competent. You know, I heard about... I have men. I have ears around. I heard about the fight the other day. Heard you did good stuff, so that's... At least you're competent on that front.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well,
Cool.
listen, I didn't really have much to go off of before. Just kind of your word. Kind of like the visual. You all don't look the most intimidating. Some of you do. He looks at Ivory and Soda.
Al just like sinks a bit.
I'm sorry, Al. You are sadly at the moment not intimidating. least
At
not
the
at
moment,
first
I
glance.
probably won't be ever.
Lilydos is like intimidating, but like in a different way than big buff people. You know, it's
we also have some people that we have vetted that would like to help tonight.
What sort of people?
People that you probably are inclined to not trust, but given everything that we've done, would you trust us to say that they are here to help?
I assume from your assumptions, then they're part of that healers group, yeah?
They are.
What, like some of your little lackey friends, or are we talking like higher ranked people?
Well, at least one of them is the buffer kind.
Uh-huh, the buffer kind, right. I like how he's like, oh, are they high ranked?
Oh,
They're
what's
two of
up?
the leaders of the whole group. I'll... Listen, how many are you talking?
2.
Alright. It'll look suspicious, though, if too many of you are in there pretending to be sick.
I was...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I was thinking that perhaps we're not all in there and some of us are waiting outside for when it goes on.
That's what I was assuming as well. I have like a little nest set up to watch the main entrance. And
Cool.
the other entrance will be guarded very closely with my men, like pretty much sealed. Only openable from the inside. So there will be no going in without whoever's in the nest seeing. I can fudge the numbers some so that, like, the people think that there's more inside than there is, but I definitely can't fudge it enough to cover all of you. Are you guys thinking of putting 1 inside, 2, 3? What's the plan? Who's going in?
Certainly tough choice.
I'll go in. I don't mind.
Just come to know with acting.
Pretty much. Well, you know.
Well, one person here wouldn't need to be acting.
Yeah.
I feel like people just look at Ivory.
Al's specifically not looking at Ivory.
Soda's in the corner wiping sweat off her fucking face.
Yeah.
Why am I so sweaty?
I'm a bit loud when it comes to things, so I suppose being able to sit down and stay still would be wise for me.
Okay.
Probably.
Riot and Ivory. I suppose I should probably not go in then, and keep some healing out with the outside party.
You and me, Ivy. We'll get it done.
Pardon?
You and me.
Did you just call me Ivy?
Part of your name. Do you not want me to call you Ivy?
Just unexpected.
Well, expect it later. And more.
You really like nicknames, don't you?
I am a fan.
Is it hot in here? So sweaty. Like interrupting you. I don't feel so good.
Do you actually say
Al,
this?
I don't feel so good.
Yeah, Soda's literally like in the back of the group and it's just like, is it hot in here? And it's like blowing down the fucking front of her shirt.
Ivory's gonna give a worried look to Al.
This is what they call menopause.
Al is gonna pointedly be like, "Oh, well, don't say this right now." Not like he doesn't say that, but like, oh god.
Did you drink something, Soda? Maybe something carbonated?
I think it might have been that food you ate earlier.
Do you need some grail?
Oh, maybe I'm having a reaction to the croissant.
Is it the croissant that I gave you earlier?
So, what?
Did you want to also go in with them, Soda?
Do you want to come with us, Soda? Into the... Also, yeah, I did give you the croissant earlier. You just stuffed it in your mouth.
Spit it
That
out a few
wasn't
seconds
you.
later.
I was wearing a disguise.
That's what happens when you take food from strangers.
Ivory just let out a sigh. Are we only going to be taking 2 or 3 in?
I guess we're going in.
Alright, so that's
Wait.
coming.
Didn't Avinka eat the pastry as well?
Yeah.
It's a
I
joke.
also ate the pastry. But I'm already sick.
It's the pastry.
It's the pastry.
Yes, it's the
Stick
pastries.
from the pastry. Scrap anything else.
Everything is coming from that one coffee shop.
It's all.
The tavern that started it all? No, it's a cover-up.
It's really the tea house. Tea
Okay,
and
but then
biscuits.
how the fuck are all the rich people okay? Did they get vaccinated? Like, what is
Yeah.
that?
They built up a tolerance.
Okay. So we're okay to bring our help then.
I suppose so.
Okay.
Sorry, to take
Anything-
a stone of far speech.
If anything goes wrong, though, you know where my men are pointing their crossbows first.
Well, I hope it's not the people who are doing the bad stuff.
I was going to say, if anything goes wrong.
After that.
Oh. Oh, well, I mean, if anything goes wrong after that, and they do anything, we will also be doing the same thing, so.
That's the hope.
You mean pointing our crossbows back at the guards or at the people who are doing the bad things?
The people doing the bad things.
What if the guards are doing the bad things?
Then we're pointing it at the guards.
We didn't have any crossbows.
How about we leave that decision for when it comes up, and if it comes up.
Alright.
Right now, I think there's preparations to do.
Alright. Keep your secrets.
There's no secrets.
Okay.
Alright. Varian like kind of stands up and dusts his hands off on his pants. So, are you all wanting to head over now then? Or are you wanting to fetch any supplies first?
We were going to need to get our people first.
Oh, I have a stone.
Yes, you can. We have a phone. Yes, we can make a call, and they can be down here soon. It's almost like that was given to us for a reason that I totally forgot.
There's one fucking number in there. Jesus.
Right.
It's like the safety phones your parents give you when you're really young. It's got like 3 speed dials. It's got like home, work, and 911.
I had that phone. I had that exact phone. 5 buttons. Thank you very much.
My parents, instead of getting me a proper phone, gave me a gramophone with like giant ass buttons.
My first phone was a BlackBerry Pearl.
Ew.
I just like listening to the generation of people who grew up with phones in their teenage years.
It was a flip phone.
I had a neon orange flip phone.
Wow.
I had a flip phone when I was like 18. Yeah.
Steve,
Yeah.
you teenagers?
Yeah, you're a teenager, Kyle.
Mine was
I
when
meant
was
more along the
14.
lines of like school.
Yeah.
Damn, Kyle, we got a phone like at the same time, except you were 18 and I was like 10.
Damn, bro. I'm so sorry, Kyle. Baby, your voice, Kyle.
Yeah, it was the last half of the second time that I went through grade 12.
Fair. We've also been through grade 12 the same amount of time.
Whoa!
Electric Boogaloo.
Sorry. Anyway, sorry. Distracted. Stop.
Yeah.
Game. It's serious.
I hold the sort of far speech over my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You're in over.
There's a brief moment, and then you hear Thorn's voice come over. Hello? Riot, is that you?
Cutting out a little bit. Can you are you underground?
Bad reception.
Yeah, it's me. Over.
It's just you knocking the rock against something.
Yeah.
Against Ivory's armor. Donk.
It's me like scraping against a chainmail.
Thorn says, so what's the verdict? How'd it go? The corner lord okay with us being there, or are we gonna be chased out with pitchforks?
No, he's all right with you two being there. Just don't try any.
Awesome.
Don't try any funny stuff.
Funny stuff.
Over.
No jokes. Understood.
It's a shame. I love to laugh. Over.
What'd you say?
No jokes, but just a shame. I love to laugh. Over.
I fucking hate this family.
You briefly hear Thorn in the background speaking to Brene, like, okay, we're not allowed to tell any jokes, alright? So you gotta watch what you say. And she's like, Thorn, that's not what Riot meant. No, it's no jokes allowed. I understand. my jokes are bad anyways. I can understand why that'd be a rule.
I would listen to your jokes.
The casual necromancy joke.
Yeah.
But presumably the two of them are on their way.
Hi.
Are you guys going to wait for them here or head off to the safe house?
We can meet them at the safe house, yeah.
Pogger champ. In that case, Varian calls up a few of the feuds to go with you guys, including Ted.
Daddy!
Ted. They walk with you guys through the city, heading into kind of the back area of Chop Town, where it gets darker and darker and dingier, but still that very, like, yes, it's dingy, but they purposely let it get to this point.
Right.
To, like, be a cover-up. And to try and, like, deter people away. Why have you sent that image? Please.
What the fuck is he having in his hand?
The knife.
Why would you send that there and not here?
What do you have in his hand?
Screwdriver. Oh wait, yeah, no, I see what you mean. Looks like some kind of Dark Souls weapon. Hey, I don't know what trigger one you put on this, but it needs one.
Oh my fucking god. This is what I return to?
Yeah, sorry.
I'm away for like 2 minutes.
That's the disguise the raiders are gonna be in.
Oh no!
Fuck.
Can we just give up now?
Back.
Hey, we'll tell you where the fucking hosts are if you just leave us alone. Fine.
I'm done. I'm done. You guys win.
I give up.
But eventually, you guys are brought before a very rundown building, where like the upper floor has clearly like collapsed in and is no longer viable, but the bottom floor seems to still be holding strong. Though notably, unlike most of the buildings around, there's only one main exit that you can see. There's another exit to the side, but that exit looks almost like caved in and unusable. But that's presumably the one that Varian mentioned that was purposely blocked off and is only openable from the inside. Varian takes a moment to like show you guys the entrance and point out how the neighboring house has like kind of shaded balcony, and explains to you guys that there is, a cleared out area up there, and that you guys could camp out up there and have a clear view of the front door and anyone who tries to enter.
As we're heading over, can I just like pull Al to the back of the group a little bit?
To you? Yes.
I figure I should tell somebody about this before it gets to be a problem or something, because then there comes a thing of, why didn't you tell us? It could have been a problem. It's a whole thing.
Oh, you're not sick too, are you?
I'm not sick. I don't think that I can get sick. But that's besides the point. And the point is that when we were standing outside, The TMG? No, that's a disease that you get in your jaw.
TMB.
TMB.
The warehouse is good enough. We
The
know.
warehouse. That girl with the amulet, it lit up, and I'm fairly certain it was because of me.
You, and you know this because
Sort of got a little tug on my sleeve, let's call it. You know how Oz kind of describes talking to something? I sort of have a thing like that too. It's not too comparable. Mine's a bit more, I'd think, impressive, and I do the Debbie Ryan hair tuck.
Someone else does as well.
Heyo, get it, Wendy.
Okay.
Right.
Well, if anything, that's, and I hate to say it like this, but that might be a good thing.
Right.
Because
Maybe.
then she might think that they are where you are.
That's what I was thinking. I wouldn't get more into it since I'm not really sure how the two relate to each other. I just know that blip went off when I was standing in proximity to it.
Okay. And I am assuming you brought me over here because you did not want to tell everyone else about this.
Yeah, and I have something on you.
I mean, fair enough. Mine is slightly less.
In this day and age,
but
we
that's
sort of
okay.
take anything that we can get, don't we?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I'm sorry. Don't worry. Unless it is
Absolutely necessary.
absolutely necessary, I will not share this. Sounds like a plan then, in a way.
I don't think there's a plan. I think there's just an agreement.
No, I just meant more along like lines of kind of using you as a decoy then.
Right. Don't like that word. I mean, it's fine. I always wanted to be a decoy, but I didn't think that it'd be super important. I thought it'd just kind of be a purple dude. Another purple man among the masses. Purple man.
I guess now's your time?
Thank you. Oh.
I'm sorry, I'm bad.
It's fine, let's
at
walk
this.
back. I take one of his shoulders and I steer him back over the group.
All right, you rejoin with the group. Do all of you guys go in to like check out the safe house, or just send in the people who are staying in there?
Recon, so we know the ins and outs, layout, the vantage points.
It's understandable.
Just a really quick preliminary sweep, I guess.
Yeah, there's like a lobby room you guys are first brought into, because this used to be like a fancy rich area. So the building is laid out like a fancy rich house. It's in terrible quality right now, but it's still, the layout's still there. So there's like this lobby area. There's a fancy staircase up, but it leads to nowhere since the upper floor is collapsed completely. Like there's no way up the stairs. You can sit on the stairs if you want. There's a flat top. There's like a side room that you're told is was once a kitchen, and now they're just sort of using to like store dried rations in, and like some medical supplies for the people who are here. There's a couple other side rooms, most of which are like too damaged to use. Like one is fully blocked off, and you're told that there is like damp mold in there. Do not touch. No touch.
Asbestos in the walls.
Asbestos in the walls. You are shown the kind of side door where there's 4 guards watching this sort of like collapsed area, and they have like a lever they can use to lift up the debris enough to get out from the inside. And then you're brought into the main room. There's one person who is clearly like trying to act as a healer. still clearly a member of the feuds, like has the patch and everything, but is like trying to administer some potions to some of the people here. There seem to be 4 people total here that are seem to be in an ill condition. 2 of which are like completely unconscious, completely out of it. The third one is like muttering to themselves and like seeming mostly like not conscious, but like still like making noises, looking around, but definitely not present right now, probably dealing with some strange reality. The 4th person, who seems to be ill, looks rough. And funnily enough, Al, this is the first time you've seen this race presumably have the Great Delirium. It's kind of difficult to tell because this is an Aarakocra. And one of the key ways to identify the Great Delirium in its early stages is, the gray pallor to the skin, which is kind of hard to see with feathers in the way. But you can tell with a glance at this Aarakocra that, they're ill. Like, the feathers are all mussed up. They look confused, not as confused as the others. You can tell that this person is probably, like, at the middle stage, just before, like, the spike downwards.
Right.
Let me... and Varian, like, kind of comes in, looks at, like, the other 3 people and is like, we picked them up. We know some things about them, but mostly they're folks who are down on their luck, don't have a home, didn't have anyone to take care of them. We don't really know names, anything like that. And they're not really in the state to tell us. The 4th one is one of ours, one of the feuds. Her name's Coop. And Coop kind of like seems to perk up a bit at the sound of her name and like looks over. Boss man, good to see you. It's these the ones you're talking about who are gonna protect us? And Varian gives like a short nod. Yeah, and remember what I said. Don't you be trying to get up and join any fights that happen, alright? You let them do their job. You do what you can to stay out of it, alright? Run if you can, of course, but don't want you pushing yourself, alright, Coop? And he, like, kind of strolls over and, like, gives her a clap on the shoulders, and she, like, chuckles a bit. Still, like, out of it, but still capable of conversation. That's the situation you guys find inside this safe house.
Sheesh.
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 Okay. Poggers.
Poggers indeed. Varian, like, has some of his men pull out some extra cots for those of you who are staying inside. Was it ever clarified if 2 or 3 are staying in here?
I think it's... So are you staying in?
I don't know if I want to. Yeah, I'll stay. I'm sick.
Okay.
Pog. Understandable. Lily is waiting outside from a distance. Valid. Avenka is also going outside at a distance, because that's where she'll be more useful. Though she gives like a hearty clap on the shoulder to those of you who are staying inside. Leaves Banda with you guys. Mostly so she knows if something goes wrong, but also emotional support raccoon.
Of course.
He allows himself to be hugged by anyone who tries to hug him. He looks very grumpy, but allows it.
Can I offer him a snack?
He will happily take whatever snack you give him. Got the grabby hands and everything.
Yeah.
I would like to simply offer Ivory is sitting and just like with this fucking raccoon in their lap, so they have more incentive not to fucking move and just quietly feeding this raccoon little snacks,
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
like hunched over. A little off topic, but I'm just playing an idle game while I'm listening, and it's fucking brought the pandemic into it. So it's like global pandemic is going on. People are watching more streams. Your grandpa won't visit you. I'm like, what the fuck? Get out of this!
What the fuck? It'd be like that, huh?
You can't escape it.
Yeah.
It's in D&D. It's in your AFK games.
Listen.
It's everywhere.
I salute you. But you guys begin to separate to where you're gonna be quote unquote stationed. About now is when Brina and Thorn arrive. Thorn immediately sweeps inside to like check over those who are sick, just because he is a worrywart and they feel the need to like just double check.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Just kind of mother hen over everyone for a minute. Like when they see you, Ivory, Thorn like comes over, messes with you for a bit, puts a cold compress on your head, gives Riot instructions as to what to do if you start to get worse.
Oh, great.
It's
Ivory's just gonna like take their hand like off their forehead and like cup it in their hands. I appreciate it, but I think I'll be fine.
Well, you can go downhill quite quickly, so I just want to be ready and prepared just in case. So like Riot, if they start talking to the air or stuff, you know, abnormal things like just talking to the air, let me know. You have my Stone of Far speech.
For sure. I'll definitely.
Ivory just gonna look at Riot.
Definitely be sure to let you know if they start talking to the air. That's a bit weird.
Yeah, it's not
Very
not
odd.
ideal. Not ideal.
Well, I don't know if it's not ideal, but
Well, in this case, I would say
we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
Sounds
you
like
okay?
it.
How are you feeling? Should I check your temperature?
No. Well, I mean, you can if you want.
Thorn like is still for a moment, then shuffles over to put a hand to your forehead and check your
I
temperature.
lean away from it. There was.
Right. Well, I hope you're not feeling bad and just like trying to
No,
hide
I feel
it or
great. I
something.
feel fine. Have a wonderful night.
Right, of course.
You're excited to do a little more.
And Thorn shuffles on out. Those of you who are setting up camp on the balcony above, you guys can make yourselves comfortable. Probably set up some shifts because you guys don't really know what time of the night they'll be coming. Oh, wonderful.
Fuck.
So I need, let me double check. Funnily enough, I need Al and Riot to both make Constitution saving throws.
Oh, jeez.
Wait,
Good at
what?
Yep.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Oh wait, I am kind of okay at those. I forgot I was proficient in them.
I rolled a 5 plus 5.
Alright.
Oh no.
I'll roll
Maybe we don't feel that good.
14 plus 4.
Alright.
So 18.
Fuck. You're fine, Al. Riot. You're not feeling hot and sweaty, but you never know.
You never know.
There's 2 checks that need to be made, so you failed
Maybe
one.
maybe
We'll
I
see.
can get hot and swety later.
Get hot and sweaty.
Jesus
later.
Christ.
That wasn't meant to be horny. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I apologize.
So when we have to watch out for Riot talking to the air, we're kind of screwed because it's just gonna look normal.
literally. All right. You guys hunker down for the night. Those of you who are keeping watch outside, are you guys just going to all try to stay up, or are you going to set up like a watch order?
I think we should set up a watch order.
Mm-hmm. 1 person at a time or 2 people at a time?
How many people are there? There's
you, Lily, Brene, Thorn, and Soda. I didn't catch. Did you decide to stay inside or outside?
Soda's inside, I think.
Yeah, I'm inside.
Okay, so then there's 4 people up on the balcony.
What about Sir Everett and Avinka?
True, 6.
Yeah. Okay, so we could do 2 at a time.
Mm-hmm.
2 is safe.
And Al would volunteer for first watch.
Alright. So for watches we have, I'm gonna write down 1, Al, 2, and 3. Alright, so who's with Al? Any volunteers? I will assign an NPC if not.
I was gonna say, I think it's just Lilydos. It's
understandable. True. I'm slapping Brina with you.
Ooh.
Okay.
Get fucked.
Why get fucked?
You wish.
No.
All right.
He is enamored by this person, but not for those reasons.
Unless.
No.
I
That's
will
fair.
slap Avinka with you, Lilydos, since you guys are buds. And hey, that puts 2 NPCs together. Everett and Thorn are gonna have some bonding time.
Aww.
I will in
Get it,
fact
Everett.
RP out that full conversation with myself. I'm
Sure.
kidding.
No, please, I'd love to hear what Everett and Thorn have to say.
No. All right. Are you guys inside going to rest as normal or try to stay awake?
Everett would offer up doing shifts.
Oh, no, I'll stay up, it's fine.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure.
Soda's already asleep.
Soda's like dying.
Yeah.
The
Actually,
sweats, oh god, the sweats.
you find yourself quite able to sleep, Soda, if you try. It's like almost easier.
Oh.
Oh.
Weird.
Weird.
I was just
Uh-oh.
gonna like.
You should definitely sleep.
No, that's not like a.
I like pull Soda's head down against
Fucking out.
like powder.
Understandable. Understandable.
Ivory,
Bitch.
Ivory just like, do you want company for a little bit then?
I wouldn't mind it. Gets boring a bit.
Ivory will stay up for a little bit.
Alright. You guys begin to spend the night in that way. Those of you up above, you share some rations before, you start to sleep in shifts. Those of you down below are also handed some rations. A Coop, like, whispers to herself something about, like, a dark place and being bound to it. It's fine, guys. It's fine.
What?
Don't
What
worry
the
about
fuck?
it.
I like to listen in to what the fuck they are saying.
The Coop is muttering about a dark place.
Hey, wait.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
The character's name is Coop,
Coop.
Like a
yes.
chicken coop?
and they're an Aarakocra?
Yep. This just dawned on you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alright.
If you wanted to ask her about it, you could.
You can
Nope.
try.
Nope.
Certainly try.
Not turn that
Did
rock
they fly the coop?
over. Alright.
God damn it.
It is a joke, but not that kind of joke. Bless you.
Thank you.
You good, King?
I'm fine.
Are you sure?
He's
I'm
got
good.
delirium.
Oh, no,
Noel has
COVID.
the delirium.
No!
No, it's your skin turning gray.
Please, I'm so old.
Fair enough.
Okay.
All right. Let me check this. Okay, awesome. Let's see. I need. First, before you eventually go to sleep, Ivory, is there any like particular conversations you have with Riot, or are y'all just hanging? Y'all just chilling?
I look at Riot.
Riot looks back.
Oh, shit.
He looks at me.
And I look at him.
He looks at me.
Ivory probably just a small talk unless Riot has something specific that he wants to talk. They want to talk about.
Understandable.
Not really. I mean, they're curious, but we're also supposed to be keeping an eye out.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you want to lean on my other shoulder?
I don't think it'd be comfortable for either of us.
No, that one especially.
It sort of falls off Riot's
Oh,
shoulder.
okay.
Seems like a rock. Going on.
You can have that one out if you want. It's a lot more comfortable than this one.
I was more talking about my armor.
Oh, right. Yeah, there's that.
Yeah.
Don't want to stab myself.
I don't want to stab you either.
This is the first one. You're like the first person in the group who doesn't want. Well, I guess Al. I guess.
Lilydos doesn't seem to be wanting to harm you either.
No, he does. Seem kind of. Anyways, lay your weary head to rest. Don't you cry no more.
Ivory just kind of just like lays down nearby.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Keep watch?
Yeah.
Oh, you're messaging me something. I love to see that. Of course. Alrighty.
Okay. Thank you.
Oogie. Alright, Al, is there any particular conversation you wish to have with Brene, or are you two just keeping eagle eyes on the entrance and the surrounding area?
I am keeping eagle eyes. Also, I am too awkward.
Understandable.
You
But
only talk
also,
with a goddamn group.
well, I'm awkward when I actually like want to do something.
What do you want to say?
No, I don't know. I want to inquire about. Okay.
Do it. Peer pressure.
Sorry, just gotta look something up here.
Mm-hmm.
So, I take it you're a follower of Hanali?
Yes. Rather astute of you.
I point at my horn.
I had some guesses, some nudges.
Yeah, I did kind of notice something one time as you were walking by. After you were in that little bit of a, let's say, tense moment with, oh god. Brand, yes, with Brand.
Yes, I recall. She tends to be affectionate. Quite affectionate.
Well, I mean, does it make sense? I don't know, that was it. I just...
She, like, gestures to, her forehead where your horn would be.
Yeah.
Was that something you were born with, or...?
No, that was a gift. And then he points at the other horn that's growing in. It did used to look like that, but when it was still around. But that's not really a fun topic.
Understandable. Were your parents worshippers of Hanali?
Oh no. Well, guess, my parents that I was brought to, very much so. I was raised at a orphanage, the Woodland Orphanage. I don't know if you know about that one or not.
Not specifically, no.
But the person in charge there was very much about a follower, and kind of taught us that about family's something that you can kind of make your own.
I agree. I am not close with my own family. The family I have is family I've made, so I definitely agree with that. Hopefully when this godforsaken delirium is over, I can get back to them.
That would probably be very nice.
Wasn't exactly supposed to be here.
What brought you here? Or did this bring you here, or were you just stuck here at the time?
Oh, I was passing through and got stuck here.
Oh, okay. Well,
I wouldn't normally, if the situation was more normal, my situation was more normal, I would have come here of my own accord to help.
yeah.
If I had a choice right now, though, I feel like I should be ashamed to say this, but I'm not. I would much rather be with my 8-month-old daughter right now. So.
Oh. I was just like, oh,
I trust my husband to take good care of her, and I've been receiving regular updates, but you know.
yeah, that's a lot. Well, hopefully tonight gets us a step closer to making that happen.
That's the hope. You guys pass the evening and in some span of silences, some more light small talk, and I need you to roll a perception check, and she'll give you advantage.
Oh, please advantage. Oh, no advantage. Oh. See, I was hoping that being first, I would be the one that had nothing happen, so we'll see. That's +1. That is a whopping 10!
Understandable. You know, you're very distracted by the whole, like, discussing all of this. Daughter, like, there's
Yeah, that was a lot.
Going on. There's a lot going on. To assuage your worries, daughter is not in the city. Neither is husband.
No, I imagined so, because
Yeah.
Otherwise they would see them.
Exactly. It'll be fine, guys. Don't worry about it. I wouldn't make an orphan. You have like 10 minutes before you have to go. Understandable. Well, we're gonna be ending soon anyways. You hungry? Understand. We're going to be finishing up soon anyways. Before we get on to the rest of the watches, we can do the rest of the watches next session. But there is one thing specific I want to bring up.
Oh.
Ivory.
Oh no.
You are laying in Riot's lap. You drift off as you two lame-o indeed.
No, please,
you drift off as you two speak, banter, have some bonding moments. And you're aware that you're not fully asleep, but you're enough there that you feel your subconscious start to accept something coming to you. And you've had vague dreams and visions before from the god that you serve, but this is definitely the most vivid. As you feel stronger for a moment, almost as you lay there, you feel this sort of invigorating energy kind of seep back into your limbs, and you hear a deep voice start to come to you as your vision is pulled to some new place. You hear a deep voice telling you, take strength, take heart. Hess, you must focus on the light inside yourself and project it outwards. How else are you supposed to bring honor to those you have sworn to? Are you going to allow yourself to fall so easily to this battle within your body? Is that the sort of follower you claim to be? And for a moment, you see this sort of figure that towers. You see this like sort of mountain range that is familiar to you in the sense that you recognize it. You recognize it as the mountain range that surrounds your home city. And you see a gigantic form come into view behind the mountains, peering down over them, this white and gold figure with these curled horns that you've never seen in any depictions of Cord. But you see this form, and you see the huge axe he holds and rests on top of the giant mountain range as he speaks to you. And it's... Every depiction you've ever seen of Cord has been generic human man who's buff. He's gonna fight. He's gonna do a punch. Apparently, that's not accurate. Because what you see is not that in the slightest.
Oh man, I'm gonna flip these fucking people with like, it's like Jesus. Like, Jesus is white. Well, I got some news for you.
And as you see this huge, like absolutely massive form that sits behind the mountains, like they are just like the level of a step compared to him. I need you to make a strength check, a strength save.
What? Well, give me charisma. What a charisma.
No, sadly, no.
Fuck. Hey, Cord. Did you do save? It doesn't matter. It's the same thing. Here.
He told you to take strength. Mm-hmm. What'd you get?
First roll of the night. Only roll of the night. Nat 1.
Ouch. You know, I had a couple outcomes ready. Glad I get to use this one.
Oh, no!
I'm glad, because or else I would have eventually used it, but now I get to use this now. You hear Cord try to speak to you again, but your vision begins to be blocked. This darkness coils over his shoulders and around him and blocks your view of him. This sort of like thick smoke, but it's not the smoke that really jerks your attention from him. It's this darkness you sense behind you, that this weight of a gaze when you know somebody's staring at you. And you just feel this heavy gaze, this darkness, and this sense of emptiness. Like your ankles are hanging off the edge of a cliff and you can tell that there is nothing there. And you feel something thick and viscous kind of gurgle past you. And this smell starts to creep in. This irony, sort of blood-like smell. And you are stuck in this place of nothing making sense, reality not making sense. And that's where we're gonna end session.
Fuck.
Oh, cool.
I do a little dance.
Ooga.
I hate my dice. I hate my dice. I hate my dice.
You hate your what?
I hate my dice. First, it was failing the fucking con and wisdom save same fucking night, and now this shit.
I press F.
Ivory's not gonna survive. This keeps how it going.
It'll be fine. I hope you guys had fun. For those of you going to get food, I salute you.
I'm gonna mourn Ivory.
We hold funeral.
I won't kill you yet.
Why?
It doesn't have a high mortality rate. The delirium doesn't kill people.
No, the people that are going to kidnap us are.
Exactly.
Thanks. Thanks, Scorp. I loved it.
Bye, guys.
Such a good day.
Have good food.
Yeah.
Boy.
Boy, I love you.
An F.
Please say
I blow kiss. Love you guys. I don't think Meg can hear us anymore, and I think
please.
I think M is occupied. I press F.
Hmm?
Please say I love you back.
Oh, I love you.
Thank you. I love you.
Go have good food,
Thank you.
guys.
Thank you for session.
Yeah, go rest. Get food and
Yeah.
rest.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Feel good. Have a good meal.
Me.
Well, that was one way to end the session.
Yeah.